next we're going to take the simple hip opener. So Mariah's going to start in neutral table. She'll pick up her right leg and step it forward between her hands. Good. Now sometimes that leg needs a little assistance and you're welcome to move it forward any way you need to. And then Mariah's going to make sure her left knee is actually right underneath her left hip. So she's going to scooch that left knee forward a little bit. Yep. Good. So what we want is that in this shape here, that there's a nice square shape and you've got a 90-degree angle. Then Mariah's going to bring both hands inside her right foot. Good. And for those of us who are pretty tight, we're going to need to walk the right foot over to the right a couple inches. Good. Now what tends to happen is that we're just going to start to lower it down. She's going to bend both elbows, act as if you're not very, so don't lower all the way. Okay. Just bend the elbows and let the head hang. So tight hips, you're going to be more in this position. What we want to watch for, so you might want to, Stephanie, get a good angle, is that we want to watch and make sure that the right hip doesn't pop up. So if Mariah just dropped her left elbow down, because she's pretty tight, then that right hip would pop up. And you can see that this is going to create a little bit of instability. So instead of worrying about that, let's keep the hips square and drop both hips evenly. Now, if you couldn't hit the floor, you're welcome to take a block, a phone book, a pillow, and put your forearms on the block, giving you a little extra height. Then Mariah can let her head hang, and she's pressing in. Another common thing that happens as we work to squeeze the legs in is that sometimes those hips are so tight the knee starts to open up. We instead want to press through the big toe, hug the midline. The right hip energetically draws back, the left hip softly draws forward, the head hangs, and we surrender as much as possible into the hip opener. In this hip opener, you want to feel sensation, very likely in the outer right hip, the right groin, inner thigh, and potentially in the back, some stretching through the back body. Good. Come on up. So then she'll come up and she'll switch sides, stepping the left foot forward, doing whatever you need to do. And here's another common error is that if we put that knee behind us too much, that's a different pose. So go ahead and show that, Mariah. Put your leg back. This is a different pose. This creates a groin stretch, which is a great pose, but for many of us, it's too much, and today it's not where we're going. So instead, Mariah's going to put that right knee back up underneath her right hip. She's going to fold in from here, dropping your forearms to that block for a little extra support. Folding in, reminding yourself that you're always welcome to walk that left foot out to the left a little, giving a little more space for tight groins, hips. Good. She can let her head hang so we're not creating any unnecessary stress anywhere in the body, hugging the midline and surrendering towards the floor. Good. Okay. Come on out. We'll come out and come back to neutral table.